am John Halcyon's Den, and we are here to start our day or continue our day or have a break in our day to set our sails in the direction that we want to go. To express a little gratitude, to feel connection. So, welcome and hello. If you're here, say hello. Let us know what you're grateful for. I am feeling full of gratitude today. So grateful. So very grateful. Good morning, Gearbot. I am grateful for my health. Oh man, I have been feeling so good in my body the last few days. I've been very careful. I'm not pushing it, but I'm doing physical therapy twice a day. I'm doing traction twice a day. I'm being very conscious of my posture, being very conscious not to use a phone and look down. If I use a phone, I hold my phone up. I'm got my ball chair, and when I was meditating at the retreat this weekend, I was just super conscious to not slouch, and my body feels great, and it is amazing how much that affects everything. I feel like I've been so affectionate with Lisa the last few days, and I think it's just because I feel good, and everything is easier. Everything good is better when there's not pain happening. So I am so grateful right now for that. And I'm going to try to use this practice I'll use this practice to try to stay aware that no pain is good instead of no pain being baseline. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to forget that it could be so much worse. So that partly because I want to stay motivated, I've started using a habit tracker where I've got the things that I'm going to do each day, and then I track. So I've got physical therapy, traction, walk, meditate, write, cold shower, gratitude circle, and love morning. So love morning is here. So I'm going to take my pen and say I did love morning today. All right, there we go. I made the accountability commitment over the weekend to my friend Ishmael that I will be doing I said I would set up this tracker and do it for the next 5 days. So he's going to check on me, but I plan to do it indefinitely, but 5 days is when I've got my accountability buddy check in. Good morning, Jason. Great morning, as you say. Yes. I'm grateful that I've been doing traction where I put this thing on my neck and over this door thing, and I am. It feels good now when I do it. Like, there was the first couple of weeks for my first month. You know, I wasn't even. It was tough to. Everything hurt. So, but now it feels like, oh man, I am making separation in my spine so that my bulge disc and my bone spurs are not pressing on the nerve. Woohoo! Yamil at Loveburn as we speak. Amazing. Well, hello to you at Loveburn, Yamil. Janet, thank you for asking that. Janet asking, why does it say Restream on the broadcast? The product I'm using is called Restream, and I'm only using tier 1 of the paid product. I have to go up a tier to remove that. So, but maybe that just answered my question that I should do. If I'm going to keep using this product, I should pay to remove that. Restream is so how I can see comments right now that are on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and I can broadcast on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. That's why it says Restream. But that's a great point. That really that sucks. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Very helpful. Thanks, Janet. Good morning, Pierre, and hello, Razor Blade. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Anybody else have any gratitude that they'd like to share? If you, I'm feeling grateful. I'm feeling grateful for my mailbox yesterday. I I came. I was gone for the weekend. I left Thursday, came back last night, or no, wait, no, Sunday night. So I picked up the mail and yesterday I opened all this. I had a packed mailbox, and I had a book from the Burning Man organization sent me. Actually, I'll show it another day. But there's a book about a woman who traveled all the regionals and wrote a book about her experience. And then I got cards and packages from people. I got 3 beautiful, awesome, touching cards. I got a thank you note from someone that I had sent uh, a young woman who had a pink heart button that she loved and it was lost. And so someone on her behalf said, could you send her a replacement button? And so I sent her a care pack of pink heart stuff. I got an awesome Valentine's card to me and Lisa from my friend Ingrid. And I got a care pack with hugging gummy bears and some tea and a nice note from Joyous. So if you are tuning in, Joyous, if you ever watch this, thank you. It was so lovely. Like, I mean, and the packages were all decorated too. The envelopes they weren't just white packages. They were all pink and shiny and stickers on them. It was awesome. Physical mail is such a rare thing. If it's, mostly it's just Amazon boxes. Good morning, Hope. Good morning. Good morning. And good morning, Michelle. Michelle says, grateful for this amazing life I'm living. Wonderful, amazing life I'm living. I don't want to downplay it. Yes. Awesome, Michelle. Yay. Joyce is here. I'm so glad. That was so nice. Really. And it blew my mind. And I hope you don't mind me sharing this. But so riddle me this. Explain to me this. It costs nothing for Amazon to send me a weight set or a bag of sand or 9 books or a piece of pottery. Like huge boxes come to the door and it's next day delivery for free. Joya sent me a bag, a little box of candy and 2 tea bags, and they charged her $6 in postage from the post office. That's crazy. But it was priceless because it touched my heart. But I just don't understand the economics behind Amazon totally taking over. Are they gonna like put the post office out of business and then turn the screws on us? Good morning, Jobin. Good morning, Genevieve. Genevieve says, I like to send mail to and from the burn. I think that's cool. I've never done that. I mean, I've received mail while I was there, but I've never sent mail. Gerbot says, I believe it's called economies of scale. Well, I think it's also lost leaders. And because the post office is an economy of scale too, right? But Amazon invests massive amounts of money, loses money in the process, and then puts everything out of business and then they become a monopoly. But also because they have their own trucks, so that it's this massive investment. Like, at Amazon for the first years, it lost huge amounts of money for many years. And it's part of the economics that I don't fully understand. And actually, I was having this thought the other day that, like, as much as I hate Amazon, the results of capitalism, the results of rewarding Bezos and Amazon for what they've done is they had the motivation to create an infrastructure system that allows me to decide I want some product and have it delivered to my door the next day. That is science fiction. That is crazy that anything in the world I can have delivered the next day, and so often the same day. That's incredible. It only could have happened in a world that allows for this sickening level of financial rewards to people that win. Because when there's that much money on the line, people are willing to risk billions in infrastructure costs to create these systems that evolve the whole system. Now, you could certainly argue that we don't need that, and it would be way better if we were just walking down the street and buying from our neighbors. But that's a whole different argument. I was just recognizing that capitalism does push progress. Now, is progress good? That's a longer conversation. Juan. I have made it on time. So grateful to be here. Yay. Good to see you. And I always appreciate your comments. And it's so nice to know that we're connected, whether we are here at the same time or not. Shenmyoza making a great point that consolidation of power is always a bad thing. Agreed. That's what I mean. Progress is not good. Not necessarily. There is the advantage. It does. You can argue that it has not created a system where we have the ability to get stuff. It has made the world more convenient at a cost. I mean, like, what do they say in the Matrix? That the Matrix was built for the 90s because that was the height of society. And now that we're living in a world that is becoming, some would argue, deteriorating in a mess of consolidation of corporate and algorithm distortion and fake news and AI. It's like, oh yeah, that was way better. I am so glad that I was alive in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Sorry, kids. At the same time, I also have a little bitty piece of faith that who knows? Who knows what utopias might await? It's possible. Good morning, Sue. Michelle saying hello to all the love burners in Florida. Juan says, you can't stop progress until our progress stops us. Well, so it's interesting. I am a big believer in plant medicines as a tool for healing humans and the world. And I once had a download while in an ayahuasca ceremony that the earth, Gaia, is this living organism. And the rainforests of the world are like the bone marrow of the planet. It is where the immune system creates the white blood cells that fight infection. And as the organism of Gaia got sick with humans infected with a progress virus, the white blood cells went into overdrive. And so these ancient technologies of ayahuasca and certain mushrooms, instead of being isolated in the jungles, staying in the bones of the blood marrow of the jungles, they started to infiltrate the body. And so you have these ancient plant medicines and traditions now coming through the body, trying to heal humans that have been infected with this virus of bigger, better, more progress and separation. If you have done ayahuasca or know people or heard about it, often people have the experience of connection and oneness and being able to witness and see how your things that you're doing are destructive to yourself, to your families, communities, in the world. And so you make a shift towards love and connection, which is all part of this organism trying to heal itself from its infection. Can it heal itself quick enough before it kills off? Who knows? It's a parasite with an infection that I'm rooting for the planet, and I'm rooting for us. Anyone else have any gratitude to share or theories on the universe? Cool. I'm glad that that landed with people. Welcome, Tall Paul, and good morning. We'll have just a minute or two more of gratitude if anyone wants to share any, and then we will have uh, a hug. Ooh, I'm grateful that I'm putting my Valentine's Day plans are coming together, and since I know Lisa won't listen, I can tell you I booked us a float tank, a couples float tank session. I mean, we're not in the same tank, but at the same time, we're going to do float tanks. Neither one of us has ever done it, so we're going to do that, and then get some food, or maybe even a picnic. But then the plan, I think then we're going to go from there to um, Balboa Park to the Japanese gardens, which neither of us have been there either. So that's my goal for Valentine's Day. And I'm just so grateful that I'm in this place in my life where I'm so excited for Valentine's Day. It's not usually, even when I'm in relationships, I usually feel like Valentine's Day is a burden. Like, I don't generally like holidays where there's an expectation. Like New Year's Eve, it's like, you got to do something big and fun, or like prom night, let's got to make it important and good. Valentine's Day, it's got to be romantic. Christmas, you got to get gifts. It's like all of those things are better when there's no expectation and it just is a bonus. Oh, how wonderful that you're being romantic today. How wonderful that you got me a gift. But today, this week, I am grateful for another opportunity to celebrate my love for Lisa. We are doing so well. It's you can probably see it in my face. I'm a happy man. Good morning, Gustavo. Moosecock is grateful for the great local art show Heartburn last weekend. Fabulous art and DJs. Nice. Juan says, nature always wins. Earth doesn't really care if we survive or die. Just ask the dinosaurs. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like the Gaia will prevail. Very true. Gearbut says, I'm rooting for the plants. Well, the plants have been here a lot longer. They've got patience. Yeah, the plants have patience that humans can only dream of. I mean, we can't even conceive of the timelines of plants. And if you want to get in the headspace of a plant's wisdom or a plant's kind of minds, what that might mean, I really encourage you to read The Botany of Desire by Michael Pollan. Awesome book that talks about how tells the tale of 4 or 5 different plants as if they are the protagonists of the story, and we are like the bees that are fertilizing them. You know, the bee thinks it's the protagonist, but to the plant, the bee is doing the job of pollinating. And what if humans think that we're doing our thing, but we're actually acting as agents to progress the agendas of the plants. It talks about cannabis and tulips and apples, something else. Really good. Gustavo says, I'm grateful for my wife, kids, and kitty. Grateful to have found the burner community. Hear, hear. And how, nothing like family. Oh, I'm grateful that yesterday I got to visit my folks. Oh, that's right. I had such a beautiful experience yesterday. I've been planning this. My parents, they bought a TV that was like turning on in the middle of the night for no reason. They couldn't figure it out. So they returned the TV and got a new one, but that meant I had to help them set up the TV, connect it to all the streaming services. So I went over there yesterday to do that and help them. I'm glad I was there. It was there were moments that required a patient person who was a little bit more comfortable with technology than they were. And then help them with some tech stuff with their phones and their computers. And my mom said the cutest thing. She's like, um, you helped Grandpa with his technology so he could be connected during his last chapter, and now you're helping us stay connected. I was like, I so appreciate and am honored and love that I have the ability to be of service to family. Family, man. That is the magic step. Oh, yeah. Sue saying, Mother always finds a way. Gearbot saying that Michael Pollan, he's a great advocate for plants, cooking your own food, and now psychedelics. Totally. That's like How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan is a great book about psychedelics. And it's great because Michael Pollan was a skeptic. And he's not like some woo-woo hippie saying, yay, drugs are good. He's someone going like, this sounds sketchy, and then goes through this. It's really, really good. And it's great because if you're a reader, like my parents, they recommended Michael Pollan to me a decade ago. And so they loved his books. And so then they came to How to Change Your Mind and be like, oh, wow, Michael Pollan, he's a trusted voice. So highly recommend anything by Michael Pollan. Is great. He's great. Crazy fuckers, burners, not your parents. I was like, oh, I see what you're saying. Joy is saying, I love how he loves plants and his name is Pollen. Isn't that funny? It's like, yeah, pretty great. Good morning, Brent. Valerie is saying, yesterday was Charles Darwin's birthday. I'm extraordinarily grateful for his hard work that gave us the insight that natural selection and sexual selection are two mechanisms of evolution. In turn, I'll return the service and teach about sexual selection tomorrow on Valentine's. Woohoo! That sounds like a great way to celebrate Valentine's Day. Any last gratitudes? Thank you, Jobin. I think it's going to be a fun physical. I'm going to try to write something today, something poetic about how love is like I'm floating in a love bubble and we're going to float in a tank and something like that. I don't know. Now that I say it out loud, that's a little cheesy. But isn't Valentine's Day all about being cheesy? So wherever you are, let's give ourselves a squeeze, a hug, appreciation of this body. If it's hurting, know it's healing. If it's feeling good, celebrate that. And let's be grateful for all the things in our lives, the delivery of goods, the access to clean water, the ability to speak our voices and connect with friends and strangers. And let's just be grateful that we're sharing this journey together and allowing ourselves to really appreciate the moments as we take a deep breath in and squeeze Feel us all squeezing you as you squeeze us. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and each one of us, thanks for being here this morning for a Love Morning and a Hug Nation gathering. Thank you, Love Ambassadors. I love you. Have a beautiful day.